Ajay, my question to you is, and since you've told us about Dyna Estate and the kind of work that you're doing for the industry, how do you see the processes which everybody is spoken in the panel as well as they're going to address in the, as the coming members speak? What processes do you really intend to bring which will bring more transparency into the system, or which will probably make the system far more easier to have a communication between, let's say, the developer or the broker, or between the developer's office himself and his various projects? So how do you think that process difference will come through your solutions?
Yeah, sure. So over this decade or more, we have seen the real estate industry grow manyfold. Yeah? And some of the leaders of the industry have become amongst the largest companies of the country in terms of valuations, in terms of revenue and all this. But at the same time, the fact remains that the real estate industry still fails to attract top talent. I say this, and it's a question to everybody on the panel, to come and correct me if I'm wrong. How many real estate companies are on the IIMs on a day one or a day two? Now, if the answer to that is none or very few, then we do have a challenge in attracting top talent. Professionalism and processes, however, do not necessarily mean that you need a certain guy with a certain degree from a certain institute in the organization and only then you are professional. So what does professionalism mean? To people at large, professionalism means that an organization is providing a certain predictable behavior within a certain amount of time without any surprises on the negative side. And if you are running an organization which has people who are not the top shot, you have to be able to manage them through systems and through processes. And how do you do that? Every organization which gets to a certain size has multiple channels to reach out to its customers. You may have a call center, you may have a broker, you may have a call coming in, you may have somebody going and writing on your website or whatever. And invariably, we fail to get a 360-degree view of the customer. Somebody might have written on our website, but when he calls the call center, we don't know what he wrote. He may have told somebody something to the broker, but when he talks to the manager in the real estate company, the manager does not have a clue to what is it that he's interested in, has he done business with us before, and all of this good stuff. Now, the same thing is true. When we talk of professionalism, we are saying predictable behavior of an organization towards its customers, its partners, which are brokers in this case, and of course, its employees. And it is not possible to do this in any manual ad hoc manner. And this is where systems come and they start to help you. Now look at a typical customer life cycle. When a customer is coming and talking to any of the real estate companies for a transaction, there is one more entity that he is typically engaged with. And this entity is a bank. Now think of the experience that we get interacting with a bank, which are technology savvy, thoroughly professional, attracting top talent on one end, and a real estate engagement on the other end. These are kind of two ends to a spectrum. On one end, there is belief. On the other end, there is a trust deficit, that everybody. Well, it's not always the case.
I disagree with you. It's changed a lot now. It's not so bad. It's not one end of the pendulum and the other end of the pendulum. I totally disagree.
Sometimes, just to bring up a point, I might be, kind of extenuating it a little bit.
I mean, with due respect to our developers over here, let's be rational. Yeah. Because, I agree there is a need to change things, and things are changing. Please admit it. We are changing.
So I'm glad it evoked a response.
Yeah.
Make sure that people are listening to all of this. So now I want to take this example of a bank a little further. We have seen banks when multinational banks came to India, and we had nationalized banks. We had trust deficit, or let me say, customer experience deficit between a nationalized bank versus maybe a multinational bank, right? Increasingly, people started going to a multinational bank. But look at what has happened over this decade. This situation has changed. I feel as comfortable interacting with an SBI or a PNB as I feel interacting with a Citibank or Deutsche Bank or something else. The same people who joined 2 decades ago or longer have given it a different shape. Now, what has enabled this? Technology and processes. The person, you can sit from your home today and get a view into the same details of your transaction as somebody with a Citibank. You can go and talk to a clerk there in the bank and get the same treatment. And what has enabled this? Technology. And coming closer, if I look at somebody who is not very far from your industry, right? I talk about a company called Asian Paints. They live kind of on what you people do. But if you see in terms of proficiency or in terms of technology savviness, they have taken a big leap over whatever others have done. And this has been greatly helped by technology. Okay? I just leave it here.
Thank you, Ajay. But I think that's a great perspective as far as thinking big goes. Should help the industry to move forward.